my god. So I was fucking around on YouTube and I saw a video, right? I looked up just Warframe on the YouTube tab. It just saw what popped up. Wait, hear the chair creak. Alright, I'm moving my chair closer. Okay, okay. This is chair creaking. Fuck you. I have a blanket on. I'm really comfortable right now, okay? So, this, this is the Overframe Warframe tier list, okay? So, this is gonna be probably just an hour of me laughing. This is I don't care how long this video is. This is like comedy, okay? If you don't know Overframe, wait, let's just look up. Wait. What's a random weapon I can think of? Overframe. Wait, fuck. Oh my god, damn. Type. Holy shit. Overframe. What's a weapon? Laid up. Wait, let's use laid up builds. Let's see what this is. Where's the arcane? Popular Leda mods. Lethal Torrent. Let's see this. Non-crit. Viral Heat Ladum. Let's see this. Cascadia Flare. Fulmination. Fulmination? I don't know about that. I would put these probably way lower ranked, right? Because you don't want that much viral. Why are you running Lethal Torrent? Is Lethal Torrent even push you up? Alright, so you get 110 plus 120 is 230. This doesn't even push you to an extra multi-shot. Use Gunslinger, it gives 12% higher fire rate, right? And you don't, just fucking use that, right? You get 480, by the way, from Cascadia Flare. So this 220 isn't even really, like, it's not, you might be able to even take this off, I'm not even gonna lie. Or if you want to just take off Prime Fulmination, which you should fucking take off, right? So, just show you these Overframe builds, let's see, Hemorrhage slash Ladum. Let's actually pull up fucking Warframe really quickly, okay? Because I actually can't remember the stats from the fucking Ladum. Alright, let's go let's go Warframe. Let's boot this up really quick. What just happened? Why did Warframe just update? Oh, it launched it from the fucking... It didn't launch from Steam. Oh my... Fuck me. I forgot I downloaded the other version by accident. Yeah, no, that's on me there, guys. I'm sorry about that. Alright, let's go and look at the Ladum really quickly. What was I going to look at with the Ladum? I already forgot. Oh, if the main fire requires Hemorrhage. Yes. That's what I was going to look at. Fuck it. Let's just, Are we on Warframe? Wait, let's, make sure I don't show my password. Wait, let's go back here. I don't want you guys to see my password. What? Even though it's censored, I have no hand cam. I gotta be, gotta be careful in these streets. Alright. Let's go. Ladum. Let's look at the Ladum. I don't even know what my Ladum build was probably trash. It's from I don't even know how long ago. So don't judge it. Don't judge. Don't judge. Don't judge. Don't judge. Oh! Shut up. 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 Alright. Let's look at the base stats of the Ladum. Why the fuck are you using Hemorrhage? Wait. Why in the fuck would you use Hemorrhage for the slash? Just add more slash weight. Add a slash. Okay, let's look at fucking. Don't you get the? All right, let's look up slash. If you want, you have Carnage Stinger on the fucking pistols, right? Why are you using Hemorrhage on the Ladum? Just throw Carnage Stinger on it, right? Just throw on fucking Carnage Stinger. So let's look at the base, right? Wait, let's go back and check that out really quick. So you have what? Let's pull up the fucking calculator, all right? We're gonna pull up the calculator. This is just an Overframe. This is just gonna be fuck Overframe is garbage. All right, 64. Oh, the game tells you I'm retarded. All right, 160. divided by 96 equals... Oh shit, my bad. 96 divided by 160. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, I failed. That's a 60% slash weight. And if you add Carnage Stinger, who knows how, like... fucking retard. You know, we'll leave Warframe open, you know, just in case. I want to go back to it for anything else. But why the fuck are you running this? Are you autistic? If you want to run slash, right? Saxon. What is this build? What is this build? Is gross. What am I looking at? Your viral weighting is over almost double your impact weighting. For you know, first off, right? Almost double your slash weight and your impact weight, where you're going to be getting your fucking slash procs from, because you're retarded and you're using Saxon Spittle, but whatever, okay. Right, so you're using 2 slots instead when you could use 1 slot, which is Carnage Stinger, right, if you want slash procs. Now you're getting, by the way, look at the slash weight, right? With Saxon Spittle, the slash weight is still almost fucking higher than the impact weight. I just want to mention that, right? The slash weight is almost higher. In what fucking universe would you run Hemorrhage plus Saxon Spittle for slash procs on this gun? The only time you ever use Hemorrhage is if a weapon has basically a 90% impact weighting, right? Forced impact procs, or it just gets a shit ton of impact, whatever gets a shit ton of impact procs, right? You're almost getting as many slash procs from the actual just slash weighting, but then the build is garbage. The build is already fucking trash because you put your viral on a slash dot build, which you need status to get these slash dots, right? Is double. It's literally double. Okay, your build sucks. I'm sorry, your build is not good. This is a bad build. This is not good. So, okay, that just shows you the type of quality that is on Overframe, right? It's not good. I agree. These are all S tier. Why is Voidrick here? It's crazy. I clicked on the Brozon video. Fucking shout out Brozon. I mean, he's not. His takes aren't always. I don't agree with everything he says, but like, he seems like a cool guy. Like, yo, if he for some ungodly reason, I'll talk to him. He seems like a cool guy, right? Like, I talk to him. These are all I would say. Yeah. Wisp is like teetering S for me because her 4 is not good. I feel like if you want to be in the S tier, right, you have to be essentially like perfect, right? I think Zaku should be up here. The fact Zaku isn't up here is kind of, at least Zaku's an A. Zaku's at least being recognized as being really good. Zaku is insanely strong, right? You get survivability mechanic with the 75% dodge. You can shield gate really easily. She is good shield. You can use Zada's Whisper. You can shield gate with catalyze and shields. You can still do that. It's a little annoying, a little hard, but you know you can do it. You can use Nourish with her 2 and just with their, what is it? Is it gate, whatever? Where the armor strip one is, you could just, it does so much damage, right? Daggett A tier. I didn't play Daggett enough. I haven't played her enough to have a good opinion on her. Let's just Cora A tier. Yeah, I would say Cora's A. The only reason Cora isn't S tier is because she does what she does very, very well. But, you know, you still have to use Strangle Dome. Before the Cora nerfs, when she could just fucking whip through what Cora was S tier, right? After the Strangle Dome changes, where now if you want to consistently hit the enemies with the Whip Claw, you use the Strangle Dome to fix the hitbox. For some reason, when you use Whip Claw now, after the nerf, the hitbox is a little janky, but with Strangle Dome, the hitbox is completely fine. It works fine. So now you're a little, you know, it fucks it up a little bit, but you could still use Cora essentially the same way. You just can't, you know, whip the entire map and fucking one-hit the whole map anymore. You have to use Strangle Dome to consistently, you know, DPS with Cora, which fine. Cora's A tier, good spot, right below S tier. I agree with that. Kalervo's really good. I haven't played him too much, but his damage redirection, his kill power is insane. Survivability a little bit lacking. He only has that one ability, you know, but whatever. Revenant A tier. I would at least put him in lower A tier. If you're gonna have him Revenant in A tier, I would put him in lower, because the thing with Revenant, yes, Mesmer Skin is insanely powerful, right? There's no denying how strong Mesmer Skin is. Mesmer Skin is really good. But his one, the only way you could really use his one, I feel like, without it feeling really jank, is with mind control to have an invulnerable throw. That's the only way I feel like you could really use his one. And if you're gonna use Reeve, I think you should just use viral procs with that way to kill the enemies with Reeve. Because I feel like that's just an easier way to do it than having to worry about hitting all the enemies with enthrall. Obviously, hit the enthralls when you can, obviously, but having to enthrall every enemy, it's annoying. It's like rather just be able to Reeve and just kill the enemies, right? So I would put a Revenant lower A tier, not Chroma. Yo, this is gonna be a list. This is 10 minutes in. This is a fucking list. We got what? Primaries, possibly spoilers for the Nadaruk. Ooh. Secondaries. Oh, this is a. They have arc wings. Wait. There's no way any of this is correct. Amisha, or I don't know how good this is. This is good. It's all S tier. What the fuck is it still even used for anymore? What is it? You can't. The blink thing is gone. What, cold snap? Like, what the fuck do you use it all for? Imperator Vandal? No one uses the Imperator Vandal. Who uses? Am I retarded or does anyone use the Imperator? If I'm wrong and I'm retarded, okay? But I feel like the Mazlan, right when it came out, put this in the ground, right? Like, isn't this just better at what this does? Like, in every way, right? That's what I thought when it came out. But like, isn't this just the better version of this now? Because before, this was like one of the best guns. Now it's like this one. It's just way better. I don't really know about the rest of these too much. I'm not big on Arcwing, but I know this is good, this is good, this is good. At least those three are all in S tier, so whatever. That's really all. I know that. Alright, companions. What they got? Smita Panzer, Verglass. Okay, yeah. Helios in S tier. Helios is in S tier. What does Helios do? That Worm Prime. Worm is in low A. That should be here. You should probably be up here too. Death Cube A tier? I don't know. I mean, when you start looking at all the other ones, I get it. But where's the Invis Kubro? Where the fuck is that? That's this one, right? The Sahasa? Right? If this is the Invis Kubro, okay. Because then you could run Mecha Set on that. You get the Invis plus the Mecha Set? Like, that's insane. But, okay, whatever. Alright, let's just do the Warframes for now. And we'll go as we go. Volt A tier. Yeah. Volt does insane damage, I feel like this is fine. Survivability very lacking on Volt. With the shields buff, I don't really play Volt. But, actual, like, normal missions, right, that isn't, like, Eilons and, like, Profit Taker where you're just trying to DPS down as quickly as possible. Can you play Volt in, like, other missions? I don't really see him. I don't know. If you can use him and he actually holds up without dying, then, that's cool. Daggett, haven't played enough. Gauss, A tier. I just don't like Gauss. I don't like his playstyle. You can't deny his kit is, like, he has everything in his kit. But, like, I just don't enjoy playing as Gauss. I never enjoyed it. Just don't like it. I wouldn't, I don't know, A tier? Actually, wait, let's look at, I'm gonna look up, 2024. Fuck, what about, where's, usage. How's he? Where's my U at? My keyboard's broken, so shut up. 2022. Did we not even get the 2023 stats yet? That's fucking crazy. I thought. Okay, whatever. Citrine. Yeah, Citrine is a really good energy. As a support, Citrine is definitely one of the best supports in the game, right? She definitely gives more damage than Wisp, I feel like, because Wisp just gives the fire rate, but Citrine gives status duration, and she can give you red crits if you hit the little crystals. Pretty cool. I'm playing with the little knife, so if you hear it click, it's because I'm like low-key autistic, and I like to fiddle with it. Ow, I just stabbed myself a little bit. Not very hard, though. But, so I like to play with things, so shut up. Protea A tier, yeah. Protea is very good. Not much to say. Protea is basically Vauban if Vauban was good. I feel like it's like the best way to explain Protea. A tier? I don't know. I would give him like B tier. I wouldn't say A. What the fuck do you... Wukong is like the solo frames like best friend, right? That's what Wukong is. And like, yeah, he's okay. He's not bad at that, right? But it's like Wukong has like no shield gate ability. Doesn't have one. He has Defy, which gives iframes, I guess, but like trying to just chill in the iframes. Then you do the little swingy. Is how's that? Actually, while we're here, right? Where's W? Wukong. Fuck. That's another J. Wi-Fi. Fucking stop. Oh my god. Okay. Store vulnerability period. Store damage as impact damage to enemies within 12 meters. Let's see. Status cleanse. Movement speed. You. Oh wow, damn. Spin. You get armor. Let's see what else. Max armor. Blah blah blah. I was about to say, okay, yeah, since the enemy damage does outscale the EHP at later levels, this could work at higher levels, right? So, okay, so he can kind of DPS enemies at higher levels with Defy. Okay, I give it that. But like, oh shit. My bad, Wukong. I was not familiar with your game. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't think Defy was... I thought Defy just scaled off, you know, not really getting hit like that. So, but even then, you'd have to get to higher levels for this to actually start killing enemies, right? And Armor Strip would do, you know, dividends for, you know, the DPS on this ability, because then you would be able to kill enemies, you know, if you don't get shot too much. And also, you're relying on getting shot for this, right? You and your clone. Yes, your clone also swings it. Wait, if the clone and him take the damage and they don't split it, and they do this, that would... You know what? I'm starting to, like, talk myself into Wukong a little bit. Give him low A tier. Low A tier on Wukong, okay? Low A tier. Okay? The problem with Wukong is I feel like you just wouldn't really play him in any of the, like, you know, game modes that you would play the game. Like, Wukong is made for, like, the normal Warframe stuff. Like, Wukong isn't made for, like, Void Cascade, Disruption. You know, like, he would not be played in those modes, right? And I feel like once you really start playing Warframe, those are the modes you're going to really be playing. That's how you're going to be playing the game. Like, Wukong won't be getting played in, you know, actual... what I would consider actual, like, missions, like, is what I feel. That's why I don't think Wukong... I feel like he's a little too high, right? Because, like, when you see Wukong's being played, it's always in those, like, either... maybe, like, a quick... It used to be, like, a quick exterminate. He's not even really used for that anymore. The AFK Wukong shit's over. But... I don't know. Mirage, A tier, way too high. I played enough Mirage to say she is not A tier. After the buff, maybe she probably could be, because, you know, clips, you don't have to worry about clips being all fucky and shit. So she could be A tier, right? After, but I would still put her a little bit lower. Because, yes, she could do a shit ton of damage, but she still has no survivability, you know? You should have to keep that in mind. No survivability at all. I'm moving, my chair's creaking. Shut up. Yeah, so I guess I would lower her a little bit. But Mirage A tier, it's just no survivability. The thing is, when you play the game on solo, alright? I know not everybody plays Warframe on solo, but when you play Warframe on solo, you will notice how much more you get shot. When I play with multiple people, which I don't play with other people that much, the only time I really play with other people is, like, my brother and, like, his friends, his, like, whole clan and stuff, when I play with them. Because normally I just play by myself, for the most part. It's very, like, very, very noticeable when I go and I play with other people, how much easier it is to just not die. Like it is like I have such an easier time surviving because it's like when I'm playing by myself, right? When you take into account you're the only one getting shot, right? Besides your pet, right? If you have like a Cavadon or something like that, they'll get shot a good amount. But at higher levels, they'll just get like one tapped, right, for the most part. But like if you have like a Sentinel, and the Sentinel's not really gonna be getting shot, they're probably gonna end up targeting you anyway because the Sentinels are kind of just they kind of hang around, just kind of chilling. Sentinels don't really get targeted like that, but like I feel like you just die so much more in solo. Not die, but you get shot way more in solo, right? Obviously, you're the only person there. Obviously, there is no one else to shoot but you, and the enemies will all spawn. That's another thing. In solo, the enemies always will spawn fully around you. Unlike in 4 people, it's a little more spread out because there's 4 people, not one person's, where you can just target all the enemies onto the one person, right? So that's another thing about solo versus squad that's different. Nova A tier, yeah. Speed Nova just makes playing the game so much, more efficient. Speed Nova's great. I love Speed Nova. Wormhole, another ability, super. Wormhole is a great ability. You could do some weird stuff with it, like on POE, you can fucking teleport the slow ass drones that take like 5 minutes. You can do that shit in like 20 seconds with a good Nova. So yeah, Nidus A tier. I don't like that because look, Nidus isn't bad, right? I think he just needs a slight boost, right? Nidus is okay. He gets the job done, but I feel like he just once you get to higher levels, right? Nidus kind of just like what is it? Wait, for one, what the fuck is this list on? There's no like, this is just the list. Like this is the Warframe, the list. Warframe the list. This is what this is. Like you're telling me like we couldn't have like, did a little better. Like it's just Warframe the list. No, fuck words. What this list is on, what we're like grading everything on. What does A tier mean? Very strong, good in most situations. The fuck does that mean? That doesn't mean shit. The best of the best. Whoa, okay. Obviously S tier is kind of like self-explanatory, but solid options for a specific task. Let's look for a frame that's just kind of good at everything here. I don't really see one that you would. But like Ash and Loki, or I feel like Ash and Loki can kind of on who was up here. Nidus being up here, you could fucking throw these two up in S and up in A tier, right? These two can definitely belong in A tier because you have Chroma in here, fucking Nidus in here, Harrow in here, Equinox in here, Avara, Avara is like low A. Okay, Ember in here. Lavos is like a B. I don't think he's an A. All right. But Nidus, I just feel like Nidus isn't that good. He's okay. He's good at what he does, right? For newer players, Nidus is like the dream, right? Nidus is great. High health, fucking health regen, iframes on death if you stack up enough. You get grouping, you get some crowd control, you get ability damage if your weapons suck. You get a team buff with his link. It also makes you incredibly tanky. It also gives you extra ability damage. As his kit design as a whole is really good, by the way. Nidus has great design. I think he just needs a slight boost, right? Because he is old as shit, right? Nidus was made in like fucking. Let's look this up, right? Nidus. When the fuck did Nidus come out? Nidus Prime? Yeah, get the fuck out of here, dog. No one's trying to. 2016. The year is 2024. Right? That's like, dog, that's like almost 8 years ago. That's almost 8 fucking years ago this dude came out. And he still holds up pretty well. Which does say, obviously, he is designed pretty well, right? But you can't put Zaku fucking below Nidus. Like, Zaku, like, if you look at the difference between Zaku and Nidus, Zaku has one of the best ability, gun buffs in the game, Zada's Whisper. If you don't know, void bubbles are like autistic and like they do like really funny things. So like, fucking those are really good. With certain weapons, Zada's Whisper is fucking hell gross. Jesus Christ. Sorry. My bad. They, he, she, they, them, it, Zer, them, Zaku. Oh, I got an email. Who emailed me? Go eat a dick. What's Zaku's 2? Oh, Aggressive Lock, guns. Yeah, good. 3, Armor Strip is really the only one you care about. And then the 4, you get pause your ability timers, and you fucking get 75% evasion. Yeah, okay. But this is below Nidus, who will get one shot at higher levels anyway, and you will run through your stacks. And at higher levels, Nidus is played essentially by all you have to do is you're just constantly re-getting your stacks over and over and over and over and over and over again, because you die in one bullet and you have 5 seconds to get those stacks back. So it's kind of just like a constant juggle of getting one shot and getting your stacks back on Nidus. So I would drop Nidus to B tier, because I don't want to rate this on like, oh, fucking level cap only stuff or Eidolons. Like, yeah, you can't just put it all on. Warframe's a pretty expanded game now. There's a lot of different game modes, and people are good at frames. Are different. Good. God damn, frames are good at different things, right? Baruch A tier. I want to say like yes, but I also want to say he's too high placed in the A tier. Like definitely he should be lower. Cause Baruch should not be above Gara in my opinion. I think Gara is low key like S tier. If you don't know about Gara, fucking learn about Gara. Like she's complicated, yes. One of the most Gara is like Korra, but it's like what Korra used to be. Gara can still pretty much do that with her Splinter Storm and Mass Vitrify. Like Gara is fucking crazy strong. Gara in A tier. Gara should be up here with the Revenant Korra. Gara should be up here, not all the way down here. Nezha A tier with a new augment. Nezha definitely could be A tier, like pretty high up A tier. So I think here is fine. Rhino this high, a little too high. I think Rhino should be more down here, maybe like really high up here, right? Like Rhino's just good. Rhino's okay. He gets the job done, whatever, pretty much whatever, right? He's just good. Rhino's okay. High A tier, he's like in the mid A tier, maybe low A tier, high B, where I had Rhino. Steinx A tier, that augment is insane. You could literally keep your team alive with that augment because you could just constantly overguard gate them. And here, if you use Nourish, you get like infinite energy for the team. Like, definitely deserve. Harrow, okay, so Harrow has all the reasons to be A to S tier, right? But the problem with Harrow is juggling those abilities and casting them, and it is not fun. If you played Harrow, it gets taxing after a while, right? Because you're constantly having to hold the 3, then you have to always cast your 1, then cast your 2, then cast your 1 to get your shields back, cast your 4 to get the crit buff, and by time you have about maybe 30 to 40 seconds. Now you got to do it again, and you got to recast the 3, recast the 2, get your shields back again with the 1, and you get shot. Now you got to recast your shields again, and then fucking cast the 4. 4 is off cooldown, cast it again, and it's just very annoying to play. Very strong, but just annoying to play. Necros A tier. If you look at my account, right? Let's go back to Warframe. I played a disgusting amount of Necros, right? Let's go to the account quickly. Equipment, profile, Warframe. Used 25% of all my time played on the game is just on Necros Prime. And another 12.1 on Necros, right? So that's what? 37, almost close to half my playtime on this game has been played on Necros, which is disgusting, right? Wait, by the way, all this time I only got 326 kills on base Necros. It's really funny, by the way. I just think that's hilarious, but... Alright, back to the browser. But I play a ton of Necros, right? The only reason I feel like Necros is A tier, right, is Despoil. Without Despoil, he would not be up here. The only reason Necros is used in a lot of strategies is literally just for his Despoil, right? That's it. As a standalone frame, he's definitely still good. He can get the job done. Terrify is great. Armor strip CC, it's really good, right? It's just the only problem, you still need to use Necros' biggest problem is how many augments he has to fucking use. You're using minimum 2 augments on Necros at all times. Because you're either using the... Oh my god, are we recording? Oh my god. Okay, I fixed it. No, I didn't. Wait. There we go. Oh my god. Okay, I ran out of storage. Sorry. My bad. So, these videos are like 30 minutes long, which is sick, right? Okay, Chair Creek, I'm moving, I'm sorry. Okay, we just talked about... We're talking about Necros. Yes, Necros, lower A tier, high B. I would say main reason Necros is an A tier is because Despoil, but take away Despoil, he's not A tier. He's like a B tier, C tier. If you get rid of Despoil, Despoil makes him as a frame, right? Varuna, high A. I don't. I give her like B to like middle. She's like middle of the road B. Because she's a good weapons platform for melee frames, but for the most part, that's kind of it. Like, melee is like good, right? But you know, I just feel like she's not an A tier frame. Her invis is not like you lose her invis when you attack, right? If she kept her invis for even like 2 seconds after she attacked, I feel like she would be so much better. Because then might as well just go play one of these two, which by the way are below Varuna, and you stay invis the whole time with them too. Just for, you know, just saying. I don't understand why she's better in Overframe's eyes, but you know, whatever. Titania A tier? The only thing Titania is like mainly used for is for the speedrun fissures. Besides that, like, people don't actually play Titania. The rest of her kit is fairly underwhelming. Like, her 2 is not good. Her 2 is not good at all. There's the one good buff that will make enemies hit you less, and there's also the 25% slowdown, but those buffs aren't affected by strength at all. So it's like, if they're affected by strength, that would make her so much better. Her 1 is like, okay. It's nothing insane, and her 4 is her 4. It's like, it's about it. Like, Titania is not a bad frame, I don't think, but she's not an A tier frame. She's like a B. I give her like a B to a middle of the road B. Like, she's okay, right? Trinity A tier depends on if you do the little. I'm not sure if they patched it out yet. The link thing, the link DPS thing. Trinity is definitely up there. Then I would, if that still works and everything, the little cheese thing you can do with her, then she's fine in A tier. If that doesn't work anymore, I would not put her in A tier. Equinox is not A tier. There's too many problems with Equinox for Equinox to be A tier. The strength buff is nice. She can DPS pretty good with her 4 and Terrify. Night form is not as good as you would want it to be. Her day form is just better. Her day form has always been better, but it's like, I don't know. It's just, I feel like Equinox is like B. She's not. I'm saying a lot of these frames are B. If you can't, a lot of these frames are not A. This A tier is way too nice. Like, Gyre is not A tier. Gyre has no survivability at all in her kit. You're relying on shield gating and electric procs to keep you alive. That's not you know, any way to keep you alive, right? Sevagoth has his slow, but even then with the slow, it's like Gloom won't keep you alive by itself. It doesn't. If you play the game and you played enough Sevagoth, he does not keep you alive. Yes, his 1-2 with the augment does shit tons of damage. Yes, it's good. His 4 is awful. His 3 is okay. Gloom is a good ability, but it's not going to keep you alive. And he has no shield getting abilities, so you're forced to use the Vigor and Deflection. Definitely not A tier. I'd give these 3 are all B tier frames that should be in B and not be in A. Mag A tier. Yeah, Mag is so good at endurance for camping and just killing enemies. Like, Mag is so good at that. I feel like you kind of have to have her in A. Like, yeah, she's not like she's just so good at that one thing. I feel like she has to be up here, right? Vauban in A, you're smoking crack. Like, who the fuck put Vauban in who uses Vauban? What can Vauban do, right? He can how much damage can his little things do? His little mine layers, his turrets. How much damage can those put out? Like, I know it's a decent amount, right? But it's not like his whole kit is just not great. He's just, exists. I just don't think he's that good. He also solely relies on his vortex to keep him alive, right? No other way of CCing enemies. Tesla Nervos don't count. Those are not good. But it's like he has no other way of CCing. So it's like I just don't understand why he is, A tier. He is not A tier. He is like a C tier. Maybe a low B. He should not be this high. Avara low A. Yeah. I thought this is a good spot for her. Ember should not be here. Ember has so many issues. Mainly energy issues. Her damage doesn't scale without a primer. If you don't use a primer with her 4, it's not going to do that much damage, because if you don't know how heat dots work, heat dots do a shit ton of damage. If you prime them first with another heat dot, which sounds retarded, but yes, that's how it works. You prime them with another heat dot with high heat percentage and high faction damage, and it will do way more damage. But Ember is like a C to a B in my opinion. I don't think she's that good. I've tried playing her. I just don't enjoy her. Like, her kit kind of works, but it just kind of doesn't. Like, she also, by the way, she also has no survivability. It seems like there's something that, like, I'm talking about that's called, not being fucking dead, that Ember isn't really good at doing. Ember has no way of surviving at all. It's just hope you kill the whole map, and she doesn't have that kind of kill power to kill a whole map, right? At least I don't think she does. Maybe if you're using like armor strip, right? If you use armor strip plus or 4, that could probably do pretty good. But it's like, is that gonna kill an Eximus? No, it's not. That's not gonna kill an Eximus. That Eximus is gonna fucking walk through your world on fire and just fucking pop you, right? Like, it's not gonna kill him. Sorry, Inferno. Wait, what's it called now? Is it called Inferno? I don't even remember what it's called. I don't think. Yeah, this should just low key. They should have kept World on Fire. Just keep the name. That's a sick name. Why'd you get rid of that name, D? That was just such a good fucking name, and you guys just get rid of it. Like, come on. That was such, like, you had such a nice name. World on Fire? That's a sick ass name. I know you changed the ability, but, like, you should have kept the name. Lavos A. I don't hate it. Lavos can put out damage. If you, a lot of people talk about his cooldowns. By the way, with the new, with the Ophidian Bite, his cooldowns are not an issue, by the way, at all. You can, as long as there's enough enemy density, he has no issue with his cooldowns, right? Take off his, I would say probably take off his 2. Right? Get rid of Vile Rush. Yes, you can't get viral anymore, but you can still use, like, Corrosive to strip enemies. And just AoE strip them with 2 shards, and you could probably do good damage with Lavos. Lavos is like, and with the new shield gate changes, you can now use Deflection Vigor to get some shields back, so you don't have to worry about dying at high levels because you just don't have the shield regeneration to stay alive. But I don't know. I feel like he's like high B. I feel like Lavos is not A tier. He's also weird. Like, if you don't like Lavos, like, there's a lot of people who just won't play as him because of his cooldowns, right? Even though his cooldowns aren't a big issue if you know how to play around them. With his 3 and the Ophidian Bite Augment. The reason why the Ophidian Bite Augment is so good, because you could use Ophidian Bite to take his 3 off cooldown. And then his 3 will take his 1 off cooldown. And then use Ophidian Bite again to take his 3 off cooldown, allowing you to just keep casting over and over and over again. So you just a little chain effect, really good. That's how you can play Lavos and not have to worry about cooldowns. Garuda A. Yeah, right. I like Garuda. Garuda's a good frame. Passive, insanely good. Her 4, really good. Expedite Suffering on her does a ton of damage. She has iframes. Shield gaining, good shield gaining ability. Like, she's good. Garuda is good. More crack smoking over here. Chroma, I was watching Brozon's video. I don't know how he got through this in 20 minutes. Brozon got through this. Yo, I gotta like start taking notes. If he got through this in 20 minutes, I'm already on 40, and like I didn't even finish the A tier, and I'm already on 40. Like, this is bad, right? But whatever. So Chroma, he said Chroma is one of the worst design frames in Warframe, and honestly, like I agree. Like his design is awful. He deserves a full rehash of his kit, or just fucking help him. Like he needs his 4 sucks, his 1 sucks, his 2 is mediocre, and his 3 is okay. Like it's just he's not very good. He's not good. Chroma is like C tier. He's not A tier. What the fuck? Maybe he was A tier when his Vex armor just did a shit ton of damage, but like now that his Vex armor is just base damage and it's not a crazy damage multiplier anymore, he's not A tier. He's not. Hildren A tier? I don't know about that. I don't know about A tier. Like Hildren's like good. Don't get me wrong. As long as you have Arcane Aegis, I feel like Hildren's okay. As long as you have Aegis, you're fine, right? Hildren without Arcane Aegis is unplayable. You cannot play Hildren without Arcane Aegis, right? Like you just can't. It's not possible. You need Arcane Aegis to play Hildren. Because if you don't know, when you cast Hildren's abilities, they do damage. Actually, it's technically counted as damage. So you can proc Aegis a ton with Hildren, right? But if you don't have Arcane Aegis, Hildren is garbage. You can't play Hildren. Like, she is fucking god-awful without Arcane Aegis. So, with Arcane Aegis, I give her... Just, like, the thing with Hildren is her Balefire isn't anything too insane. It's not... I don't think it's great. If you're not full stripping enemies with her Pillage, or providing a ton of energy with Voracious... there's ways you can... Hildren's, like, good, right? She's a good support. Like, she's okay. I feel like low A, you know what? Chroma was right after fucking Hildren. You know what? Leave Hildren in A. Yeah, you know what? Hildren's fine here. Hildren's fine. This is an atrocity. This is a war crime. This should not be allowed. Ash, wow. Whoa. Ash is not B tier. Ash is A tier, okay? I don't care what you say. His 4 does so much damage, and his 2 is Invis. Invis is overpowered, okay? Fuck what you're talking about. Invis is OP, alright? Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Invis is so good. Invis should automatically make you an A tier frame, right? And the reason I was talking that Veruna shouldn't be A tier is because her Invis doesn't work like their Invises. Her Invis is not really Invis. It's Invis until you actually attack. Ashe, Loki, and Octavia and Navarra all have Invis and can attack out of it, which is much different than Veruna's Invis. This Invis alone should make them A tier. I don't care what you say. Your opinion is just wrong. Invis is overpowered. Invis is the greatest survivability tool in this game. Nothing else is better than Invis. Right? So how can the best survivability in the game only be B tier? How? That doesn't make sense to me. Ashe and Loki should both be in A tier, just for the fact that Invis alone should make them A tier. Right? Ashe can also strip armor with Seeking Shuriken. I don't like Seeking Shuriken because I find it annoying and clunky to use. But now you can use Unaru instead, right? Unaru is just, good. So if you could use Ashe, right? Put something over his 1 for damage. And now you have a teleport. Him and Loki both have teleports, by the way. And then you have your teleport, and so that's a movement tool. And then unlike Loki, he has an ability DPS with his 4 that can do insane amounts of damage and break level cap. Not break level cap, break damage cap. So B tier is a little low, I think, for Ashe. Ashe deserves to be an A tier, and Loki also deserves A tier. Yet a Radial Disarm can just strip weapons, right? Like, you just take their weapons away. Like, that's with a good base range too. Like, that's pretty useful, right? Just having the ability to do that. I feel like that's, and also something that's not ever talked about is Safeguard Switch. By the way, Safeguard Switch gives Loki fucking iframes. You can on my Loki build, I get like 6.5 seconds of iframes when I use Safeguard Switch. By the way, you can Safeguard Switch enemies with Overguard. By the fucking way, you could get 6.5 seconds of fucking iframes whenever you feel like it. Violence comes really quickly. You're too slow to Magus lockdown. Whenever something happens, Go just change with a random enemy. No matter the first enemy you see, just teleport with him. Teleport with him. Now you have iframes for 6 seconds. Should give you enough time to kill Violence or whoever, because Violence has the lowest health out of all of them, right? That should give you enough time to deal with whatever problem appears on screen. 6.5 seconds is a lot of time, right? You should be able to deal with whatever happens in that amount of time. You should be able to, right? So these two deserve A tier, right? Fuck B tier. You're retarded if you put B tier. You don't play the game, right? Corvex, have not played him enough. I don't have an opinion on Corvex. Excal fucking sucks, okay? And let me tell you why Excal fucking sucks. He dies. You can't play the game as Excal because he just fucking dies. He just doesn't stay alive, right? His damage, yes, he can do a lot of damage with Exalted Blade. His 3 gives multiplicative melee damage. Yeah, like that's, you can get a ton of damage on Excal, but he just doesn't live. He just fucking dies. He's a piece of paper. He just doesn't live. Oberon and B tier. Oberon deserves C tier to really low B tier, right? I think Oberon is like C tier. He's not bad, right? Oberon is okay, right? He's playable. He's not like so bad to the point where you won't play him. Like at least like Excal can still be played. I feel like once you get down to D tier is frames you can't play. Like these are frames that I feel like you literally just should not pick them because they are so just not good that they don't do anything. Like you're better off playing literally anybody else in the game than to pick a D tier frame, and we'll go into why I think it is D tier. So Oberon, what can Oberon do? He has his 3, which can give you a second chance. It gives stats immediately to your teammates and health regen. But it's at a crazy energy cost, by the way. Especially if there's like necrosis, because it affects pets. It affects like literally anything possible, it feels like. So the drain on it can be very taxing. His 2 gives stats immunity and crowd control over the radius that you throw it on. Haunted ground, it's decent ability. His 1 can be used for some percent damage shenanigans with Zala's Whisper and Armor Strip and Viral. Can do a lot of damage with that. Little niche, but you know, it does work. Does a lot of damage. And his 4 can be used, if you've seen the Asian Invasions thing, he used it for DPS. You can use the 4. You can also use the 4 as Armor Strip, right? The only issue is the Armor Strip only works when it's done over Haunted Ground. His 2, which the radius is pretty generous, but you'll have to recast it if you're like running around a lot to get used out of the 4, right? His 4 also does health orb drops, so Equilibrium, if you're using his 4 a lot, is good for that. So he's overall an okay frame. He's not anything great, but he is usable. He's good. You know, he's not bad. Definitely, like if he's picked, if you have like Oberon's a frame that if he's picked in your squad, you're not gonna be like, the fuck is this, right? Like Oberon is a decent pick. He's not anything too insane. That's what B tier is, like the average stuff. C tier, B is not. No, B tier is average. Fuck, C tier is below average to usable, right? And by the way, I think both of these. She's like, Ureli gets better. I feel like the longer Ureli is out, the better and better she gets because there's new stuff found. Her new augment, I feel like, doesn't look. If you could still get the iframes from her 4 repeatedly with the new augment, then Chair Krieg, then Ureli will be a B tier to around there. I feel like she's like a higher upper C tier, closer to B. Like she's pretty close to being decent. I feel like she just needs a little bit of like extra push. Why am I talking about Ureli? Valkyr. So Valkyr is like, it's like there's a lot of issues with Valkyr. She is probably like, besides Anaros, Valkyr might be the most dated Warframe in Warframe. Like, if you look, I closed Warframe, but going over Valkyr's kit, her 1 sucks. Her 2 is Warcry. Warcry is okay. It's a decent ability, and it's not a good ability. It's nothing. It's an okay ability. It's not anything crazy. Arcane Strike gives you like the same fucking attack speed, for the most part, depending on what's the base strength on. I don't know what that was. Is it a V? It is a V. There's a. Fuck. Where's K? No. I can't spell at all. Where's Y? I found Y. Okay. Yeah, there we go. My monitor lit up. That's why I can see now. But abilities. What's Warcry's base stats? 50%, right? That's pretty good. Depending on how much strength, you can get this pretty high. But another problem is you don't want too much attack speed on Valkyr, because if you don't know, her 4 has a shit ton of issues. By the way, if you don't know, the only way to use her 4 properly, if you don't know the proper way to use her 4, is slide attack. Slide attacks, the spin to win meta, back in like fucking 2003, right? That's the only way to play Valkyrie with her 4. Her 4 stance multipliers are so bad that the only good attack is her slide attack, right? So the only way to play Valkyrie is using her slide attack, which can do a lot of damage, by the way. But if you, that's the only good. Her whole combo, any other attack with her talons is garbage, besides her slide attack. So there's no point using anything else. Her 3 sucks. With the augment, you can group with it, but it's like there's so many ways to group enemies in this game, and you have to waste an augment on your Warframe, right? For that, when you'd rather use that augment for the Warcry one, so you can have Damn, my bad. Oh, fuck. You'd rather use the Warcry augment so you never have to recast Warcry. Another thing with Valkyrie is she is immortal technically when she has her 4 up, when she's in her enraged state. Another thing to mention, Valkyrie is just, okay. She's not like anything, too crazy. She's just okay. Maybe a little bit. The only reason she's this high is because that slide attack with talents is very strong, right? But it's like, the rest of her kit is garbage. Like, Warcry is okay at best. And her 3 and her 1 are garbage. So it's like, she's just so dated. This is another travesty of a placement. Fucking, I can't move my thing now. But you deserve to be like somewhere up here, right? Zephyr is so good. Zephyr is amazing. People, the stigma around Zephyr being trash has just kind of like stayed even after her like Pablo, right? Pablo did he was cooking when he made this, right? Like, this was a shout out Pablo, right? Even though he's made, he really, fuck English. The English language is retarded. I'm gonna start making videos in like fucking Guadanese. That's a new language. Ureli. What was it? Fuck. Release Ureli. When Ureli first came out, that shit was so bad. She was garbage. She was so bad when she first came out. She had nothing. Like, she was actually awful. But Zephyr was also made by Pablo. So it's like, Pablo, you're cool because you made Zephyr rework. And the rework he did to Zephyr, it's like, he gave her so much love. Like, this made Zephyr such a good Warframe. Like, he did such a good job with that rework, right? If you don't know what Pablo did, what Zephyr can do, right? She is immune to pretty much all bullets, besides like bomb bars, the usual stuff, Xmas attacks. So she'll just eat those. She has good crowd control with her tornadoes, plus DPS with her tornadoes, plus her 2 can group enemies, so you can throw them into your tornadoes to group them closer if they're far away. And then her 1 allows you to fly around and just, you can, it's cool. It's Zephyr, she's the bird frame. She has the fly around stuff, so it's like, that's not a good ability, but it's still, like, she has it. It's cool. You can't, that's an ability I feel like you can't really, like, get rid of. It's kind of like, just kind of Zephyr. You kind of have to keep that one. And then what makes up for the one still being kind of is the passive. You get 150% crit chance when you're in air, so another good passive. So Zephyr, really good frame. Should be an A tier. Limbo, B tier. With the Xmas changes, Limbo is not B tier. If you don't know before, Limbo used to be able to literally fully make anything immune, right? He used to be completely immune in the Rift. Now with the new changes to the Xmas, right? Limbo now gets absolutely shit on, and his Rift is not safe anymore. Not saying his Rift isn't safe at all. It's still safer than being just out in the open, right? Trash fodder, all them, they could freeze them, whatever. But his Cataclysm, The problem now it has is that the X-Miss can go attack straight through your Cataclysm with their ability. So it doesn't. It can still provide some, like, you know, survivability to a defense point, right? But if you want a consistent defense option, Frost is better. Frost can give. If you have a Frost who constantly recasts his 3, Frost gives. It's a 4-second invulnerable Frost Globe every time he casts, and when he casts his 4, he pushes enemies away, right? And the actual range of his 4, you're not gonna have to worry about it getting turned off by nullifiers, right? So it will defend the objective. Limbo, you have to worry about having the low range and all that kind of bullshit. Frost can also CC the map, right? Unlike Limbo, he can safely CC the map without having to worry about a nullifier turning off his Cataclysm, right? Or turning off the banish stuff or any of that bullshit. He can cast his 4 over a large area and still armor strip and freeze enemies, and yeah, he can still do that. So I don't know how the fuck you put Limbo over Frost when Frost does, right? That when it comes to defense, right? The main, I would say, reason of using Limbo. The other reason was catabombing, but you know, Zaku is better at catabombing than the person who invented catabombing. Right? I still call it catabombing when I use the Zaku thing, but it's like Zaku's better at catabombing than fucking Limbo, who actually does the catabomb, right? The spear bomb shit, right? Zaku's still better at it, right? So Limbo just feels like outclassed, right? Like if I want better defense, right, I'm gonna use Frost. Frost is more consistent and better. If I want a catabomb, I use Zaku. Unless you love the Limbo playstyle, the rift surges, all that bullshit. Look, if you do all, like, I respect it, right? If you do all that, like, cool, like that's all you. But when you look at it and like when you look at them compared to everybody else, right? When you're comparing, this is what it's a list. It's tier list. You're comparing everything to everything else. That's what it is. Who's better than who? Limbo does not do the roles he would fill in a team, or just in general, right? Frost and Zaku both outclass him in what he would do. So it's like, why would you bring a Limbo, right? Frost. With Frost has gotten a lot of like low key love, right? Frost is like higher B, he's close to getting up here, in my opinion, right? His 4 augment gives Overguard, allowing you to Overguard gate plus Shield gate. So that's another really nice change for him. With Nourish, Frost is really, really good. You use Energize, all that stuff. It's energy and economy is great. You have your 3, which is really good at, you know, protecting you if you ever need like a oh shit button. Your 3 is great. Your 3 is also a true damage killing tool, by the way, if you don't know how it works. If you have a bunch of enemies grouped, say you use like a Nautilus, you can group all the enemies right next to you. You viral proc them, hit them with the Frost Globe, they hit like a wall or something, and for some unknown reason, it will just completely murder enemies. So Frost has some weird stuff about him, right? His 2 with the augment can slow enemies very, 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 like, essentially like freezes them. But this works on Eximus, right? And it works on Acolytes, right? The slow. Actually, let's double check that. We're going to double check that, right? We'll double check it, okay? Make sure I'm not talking out of my ass, okay? Because I love doing that. Alright? We're already like an hour in. To be honest, I think I'm going to make these all different videos. I'll go over the weapons. I might just do all the weapons in one go, because there's less to talk about with the weapons. The Warframes are bigger. I feel like, you know, more to talk about. Then I'll do the helmet ability ones, you know, all that stuff, right? Loading up Warframe. I already forgot what I was going to talk about. Something about Frost. God damn it. Where's my there we go. Ooh, it's reset. What do I take? 56,000 credits. Yo, that's so. I have 950 days logged in, and you're giving me fucking 56k credits. Is like so, you know, disheartening. I was testing Frost with the Avalanche Augment. Okay, let's go. Where is my buddy Frost? My good friend. My N-word. Alright, Ice Wave Impedance. Let's put that on. Alright, let's go to Simulacrum. Yo, every time I go on my brother's computer when I want to show him something on Warframe, he has his Conclave ranked up. And that shit pisses me off, because every time I try to go to the Simulacrum, I hit the fucking Conclave, I hit Teshin, instead of hitting Samaris, and it pisses me off every time I do it. Okay. Frame drop. Why? I feel like my computer should not be getting frame drops. Okay, let's run in some Eximus. I really gotta fill up my thingy majig. Alright. Oh shit, I forgot to... no, invincibility, you... Bam. Alright, let's see if this works. Oh shit, wrong button. Okay, it slowed him. Now let's try it without it, and we'll see how much it slows. Because that could also just be the Cold Rock. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a real one, right? I don't lie. I keep it real over here. Alright, let's go. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, low key. Oh, I can't lie. It feels like the same. I think it's just a cold proc. Yo, my bad. Alright. Let's turn off this guy's moving, because that's going to piss me off next time I come in here. Damn. Yo, I lied. Okay, it feels like... it doesn't feel like it slows them very much, if I'm being honest. Okay, his 2 is kind of trash. My fault. If you don't know, his 1 is affected by Nourish. You can get viral procs with the 1, which is really funny. If you're priming and you have Nourish on, you can get viral procs. So you can just go pew and get like fucking 4 of them bitches like that. Really cool. Frost is like, I like Frost a lot. I think he should be more up here, you know, so down here. Banshee's fine here. I think lower B tier, just because her survivability is so trash, but she can give so much damage with her sonar that it's like, you can't ignore how much DPS she can give. And Silence is a good ability. People hate on Silence, I feel like. There's so much bullshit about, oh, you only want to use it for the 1.5 second stun that it gives when you walk in like the radius of an enemy. Turning off the majority of abilities that enemies can use on you is really, really useful. Like, and yes, it's inconsistent at times, but you would want to run high range anyway, right? So if you're going to be spamming your sonar, right? Run high as fuck range. You just silence the enemies, stun lock them for a second or two, and then turn off all their abilities. And then you use your sonar to give that crazy damage multiplier. Cover all the enemy, cover them fully. So it's like, Banshee is like a little more like here, but little high, but she's okay. More crack smoking. Like, at this point, like, you smoked crack that got laced. So you're smoking laced crack, putting a Naurus in B tier. A Naurus, look, I know this is a thing, all the whatever. A Naurus is D tier, right? There's no, even after the update, a Naurus is going to be C tier. After the rework, he's going to be C tier. I'm saying that now. He won't be that good. He'll be okay. He'll be playable. He'll be a little bit better, but he will still not be good. He will be C tier. Right? He doesn't do... His kit does nothing. Effectively, his kit does literally nothing. Right? Loki, I already said about what I said about Loki up there. Atlas, fine here. If you punch, you just punch a lot with Atlas. That's how you play Atlas, you know. Whatever. Grendel and B... Yeah, I would say he's fine here. You know, after the rework, he's good. I think Randall's just the meatball is still the meatball. You know, I know it's a meme ability and they didn't want to get rid of it. I get it. Like, it is funny to just go meatball mode, but it's also like, you know, if you got a better ability than fucking meatball mode, like, I feel like he could probably start getting up to, you know, this range, maybe even up here if he had an ability that wasn't meatball. But also, the other thing with Meatball is Meatball gives you a helmet slot, so it's like, you know, it kind of goes both ways. You do get a free helmet slot with Meatball, so it's like, you know, it does kind of go both ways, right? We're not. I don't give a fuck about you. Grendel's good. Hydroid B, yeah, he's fine here. Like I said, Hydroid is overrated with the rework. People overrate the fuck out of him. He's good, right? Don't get me wrong, he's good, but he's not OP. He's just good. He's just good. His 4 is the rework change really nice. He doesn't smack the enemies around everywhere. That doesn't make it a better ability. It still does the same fucking thing. The only difference is now the enemies don't fly everywhere and rape your screen. That's the only difference. His 1 got the biggest upgrade I've ever seen. His 1 is amazing with the passive that he can armor strip. The 1 is great. The 3 is disgustingly bad, and the 2 is the same thing as before. It was just okay. So his 4 is good. The 1 is really good. 2 is okay. Passive, great. 3, garbage. So, still just a meh frame, in my opinion. He's just okay. Caliban, to be honest, I know there's a lot of hate on Caliban when he came out. I've played him. I never enjoyed his gameplay. So what did I do? What did I... Oh no, what did I do? Oh no. Did I get... Wait, let's close it. Oh, okay, I'm fine. That's a chair creek, not a booth. That's not a booth. That's a chair creek. That's a chair creek. But I never really played him because of like the stigma around him. I just never also like he's the look at him Among Us. Can you even like see him on the screen? On my screen I could see the fucking the little PNG of Caliban. But whatever. I don't know where you would rank him because I never really played him because I never thought he was very interesting. I know his 4 is good. His 4 is the only reason I feel like you would play him, to be honest. It's his 4. His 2 just looks meh. His 1 is garbage. His 3 looks meh. Looks okay. The 4 is good. I like his 4. But that's it. That's like the only ability of his I think I like. So I think he would probably be more down here. I think he's barely in B tier, so it's fine. I would say this B tier isn't bad. Besides you should be a little higher. You should be a little lower. You should also be a little bit, maybe like here. You should. I take that back. This B tier, this whole list is fucking pretty bad. Besides the S tier is like the S tier is okay. The S tier is the only one that is like okay. This you didn't do a horrible job on that. Okay. I think Wisp is like high A. She's not S tier, but whatever. Nyx is B tier. Okay. Nyx is not C tier. Nyx is better than C tier. Nyx is like pretty average, right? Nyx should be around this range, right? With like all of these. Urelli is like I don't know. She would be low B to C. Leave her in C, I guess. You should be here. Who else? You should be here. You should be here. I will put you here too. And also Ember. I would put Ember probably here or here. Low B. Ember would be like low B, right? And Anaris is the only D frame. Anaris is just bad. Like, after rework, probably gonna be C tier. Let's go over. Should we do Helmuth? I might do a separate video for the Helmuth ones because I don't want to like destroy your guys' feed. There's a 3-hour video of me talking. So yeah, I'm gonna go and talk about this right now, but I'm gonna make a separate video, okay? Okay, so bye.